Hey everybody, Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures.
Good evening.
And it's a beautiful evening, isn't it?
Finally cooled off enough where we felt like coming outside.
I'll tell you what, it has been very hot and humid. Of course, I'm sure.
We head in about 2:30, 3 o'clock and watch a movie.
There
and
you
now
go.
it's after supper, probably about 7 o'clock, and we finally ventured back outside.
Yeah, we just watched a real corny movie. Yeah, it was pretty corny.
What do you expect from Chuck Norris?
This is one that Chuck Norris made, let's say recently.
I don't know, he just didn't go into slow motion.
No, he didn't go into slow motion and do his
nothing.
fancy kicks or nothing. You know, usually when you used to watch the show where he was Texas Ranger, you knew that the bad guy was done for when he went into slow motion.
Right.
When
we had
he went
no slow motion in this movie.
And there was no slow motion in this. I mean, he still won, but
so
there was.
we had no idea.
Yeah. We didn't know that the bad guy was toast or not, right till the very end. It was just, anyway, just
Okay.
totally caught me off guard.
I know.
Totally caught me off guard. But anyway, we thought we would tell you a little bit about the campground that we've been residing at for almost a week now.
Right.
Yeah. And here in the next day or so, we head out to our next destination, which we will fill you in on that as we start heading that way. But so far, we're really enjoying ourselves, and we've really enjoyed ourselves this week at this particular campground. And where we are is, let me make sure I say this correctly, Site Quarry Campground on the Norfolk River, and I've been saying Norfolk, and it's actually Norfolk.
There is no folk.
There is no folk. But this is Site Quarry Campground on the Norfolk River, just below the dam of Norfolk Lake. Correct.
Norfolk.
Yeah.
Norfolk. Norfolk.
Norfolk, F-O-R-K, Norfolk. Because we caught ourselves spelling it wrong on Facebook and everything else, you know. So
Right.
anyway, but it's a really nice campground, and you know, I said these things before.
This one has 68 spaces.
68 spaces altogether.
Well, and it's got 2 or 3 groups. Most of them are 50 amp with water, and some are 30 amp without water.
Yeah, I would say it's what, about a 50-50 split, maybe a 60-40
Probably
split.
more 60-40.
You think so?
Maybe
Okay.
even 75-25.
Yeah.
But very quiet.
Very
campground.
quiet. Very quiet. Now this is Monday, right?
Yes.
And the campground was filled to capacity over the weekend, of course. And the big thing around here is trout fishing.
Because there's a trout
Farm.
hatchery.
Yeah,
farm,
trout
whatever you
hatchery
wanna call
farm.
it,
Yeah, just,
right across the street.
yeah. Are we pointing in the right direction?
We
There,
could
over
not
there.
tour it because of, you know,
Yeah, the virus thing.
closed
They've
to
got
the
it closed.
public.
It's not open for tours, but there is a let's say a step style
all along the
waterway
river
all along the river with catwalks running all up and down the
And I
side of
did
that river
read
where you can fish.
that they pumped 22,000 gallons of water per minute through the fish hatchery.
Right.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I mean, get your mind around that.
Yeah.
22,000 gallons a minute. How much does our water pump pump?
2.5 gallons a minute. So
There's the difference.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a difference there.
A little bit of a difference.
But now we did say on these campsites, there's how many altogether?
68.
68. And I'm going to talk about the things that appeal to me because I'm the one that does most of the setting up and leveling on the outside while you reset everything up on the inside. Okay.
Very well spoken.
Okay. Thank you.
You're learning.
I'm trying to.
He's learning, ladies.
Anyway, let's talk about the part that appeals to me. Okay.
Yes.
And I've said this before about other campgrounds, but there's no such thing as a bad spot in this campground as far as I can figure from what I've seen.
They're all level.
They're all level. They're all deep. They'll accommodate large RVs.
Yes.
Yeah. Our particular site that we are on, we have 50 amp service and we have water at the site. And like I say, it's about a 60-40 split on that. Now, our particular campsite is across the road from the river, but there are several campsites that are right up against the river. You can back your RV up and the river's just right behind you.
Which I envy them on a hot afternoon
Yes.
because they're getting the breeze off the river.
Yeah. You know, and the water is so cold in the river, and I got a photo of that. Maybe I can show it to you right now, or a couple of photos, but the water is so cold because it comes out of the bottom of the dam, of course, that it creates at certain times of the evening and during the day, I suppose, as well. It creates a fog that drifts along the water.
It's really
And
cool.
it's really cool the way it drifts along on the water. And we were at the overlook. There's an overlook just right across the road from us where we can walk over there and sit at a picnic table.
And it's like 10 degrees difference in temperature.
Oh yeah, huge difference right
from
there.
where we're camped.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I don't know, 40 feet across.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're getting that breeze off the water, and
Yeah.
it's, wow, such a difference.
Now, some of the spots are shaded well. There are a few that have no shade whatsoever. And then there are some that are shaded part of the time, and we're in one of those.
We're in
Yeah,
one that's shaded
right,
part of the time.
right.
We get really good shade.
I'd say starting around 6 o'clock
Yeah, until about,
in the evening.
yeah, well, we get shade in the morning until about noon, and then we're in full sun.
Yeah.
And then as the sun sets, that's when we head in and watch a movie under air conditioning and eat
Right.
lunch and whatever.
Yeah.
And then about 6, we're back in shade, and we can
Right.
come back out. And we've got a breeze blowing right now, as you can see the trees blowing. All of
Maybe
a sudden,
so.
it's really nice
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But the campground is very quiet.
Mhm.
You know, it's just a bunch of people here wanting to enjoy camping and fishing.
Yeah, our neighbors had a big fish fry going on the other night. And we couldn't
Yeah.
hardly stand it.
We had to
You know,
go in.
they went and caught a mess of trout, and they had a
Because
big
who wants
fish
to
fry.
smell a fish being fried?
Yeah. Anyway, and I had to settle for sloppy joes.
Yeah. Such a letdown.
Sloppy joes.
Well,
but-
if he'd learned to fish.
But this campground is near Mountain Home, Arkansas. We're roughly about 20 minutes from a Walmart Supercenter, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
And just a few miles from Dollar General.
Yeah, Dollar
you know, we
General's
have
just right up the hill.
discovered that Dollar Generals are everywhere.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things is there is a liquor store very close
Yes,
by.
and I had to buy another bottle
And
of wine.
you didn't buy a bottle, you bought a gallon. I'm
It's
sorry.
in one bottle.
Well, true, it was in a gallon. No, that's a
It's in
jug.
one bottle.
That's a jug,
One
dear.
bottle.
That's a jug.
That's all I bought was
It's a-
one bottle.
But it's a
of
jug.
wine.
It's a jug.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We are right below the dam.
if,
Did we mention that?
yeah, we did. If the dam were to break for some reason or another,
We wouldn't know it.
nah, we wouldn't know it. It'd be over before you knew it. But anyway, they do have a boat ramp here too. Now, right now the river is flowing pretty swift, and of course they're using special flat bottom boats, to traverse up and down the river. And from the sound of some of the engines, it almost sounds like some of them have a jet drive
Well, they
on
almost
their
have to.
outboards. Yeah. 'Cause
I'm sorry,
well, right now the river's
this
not
river
shallow at all, but it's
is-
flowing fast.
It is moving fast.
But the boat ramp, because they have it angled properly, so it's running with the flow of the water. So when you launch your boat, the flow of the water is taking you. So you've got to be on. I would think you'd have to be on your toes, ready to
We
get
don't
the
have a
engine
boat.
going. And no, I mean I did a lot of boating when I was younger. When I was younger and living at home, Mom and Dad always had boats, and I grew up around boats. Then I got married. I couldn't afford anything like that. So anyway, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's about it.
Well, our plans this summer.
Well, yeah, we'll talk
Okay.
about it. We'll talk about our
One
plans a
of the
little bit before we
things,
go.
I know I've mentioned this book before,
Mhm.
Camping with the Core, that I got from Amazon,
Amazon.
because a fellow camper mentioned it to me, and I thought, that sounds like a book for me. I didn't realize this, but there are 19 different core operated waterways,
Ways, streams,
whatever,
lakes,
in Arkansas.
reservoirs.
So we could literally stay 2 weeks at each of these 19 different places if they have the campgrounds that meet our needs, which is usually electric.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can survive
As long as
without
they have
water
a
at the
dump
side.
station and water accessible
Yeah,
and electric,
yeah.
we're in.
Which, by the way, they have a really nice dump station in this campground as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But our goal for the next 8 weeks
Hmm.
is to hit several of these different campgrounds. And of course, that's one of the things we're featuring in our videos.
Even though we've lived in Arkansas for well over 25 years now,
We haven't seen all these places.
Yeah, there are so many things that we have, places that we have not seen.
Because we were stuck in one corner working
Right,
for a living.
Stuck in one corner, and I'm trying not to repeat you, but I started to, so I'm not gonna say that. You said it, and that's all that needs to be said. But like Deb said, we're going to visit some places we've never seen. So hopefully we can take you to a lot more interesting areas here in Arkansas. And then in early fall, our plans are, Lord willing, to start moseying towards the Gulf Coast.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Thumbs up.
I mean, that was our original plan all along, and it got sidetracked for a little bit, but we're back on it again. So this is our plan, and we're going to proceed in that manner.
That's the goal.
And that's about all we need to say right now.
That's all.
Yeah. I mean, what else can we say? But anyway, like I say, Walmart is close by. Dollar General, actually 2 Dollar Generals. You go buy 2 Dollar Generals on the way to Walmart, you know. And then, of course, the liquor store. And the neat thing about the liquor store, on Mondays and Tuesdays, wine is 15% off.
And I made sure I got my discount.
So she saw that sign, you know, there you go. And
I must visit.
I have yet to have a glass of wine from that, though. You already had one or so, or 2.
I've had 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 already? I
Well,
swear. Anyway,
I live with you. Sorry.
see what I have to put up with, guys. I swear. And I happen to think that I'm a darn near perfect husband.
One of the things we have seen, and I've just noticed, the dragonflies.
Yeah, there's lots of dragonflies.
thick.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when the sun is shining in a certain area, there's a swarm of dragonflies. So it made me have to look up to see what are dragonflies, good for.
Mm-hmm.
And they eat mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they eat other things, but mosquitoes. And if you're plagued the way I am, then we love the dragonflies.
Yeah.
Because I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah. Mosquitoes just love Deb. But
That's
anyway.
because I'm so sweet.
Only on camera. Oops, did I say that?
You did say that. I will remember that.
We need to go before
Okay.
before they see a whole nother side.
We're so glad you're following our journey and hope we can make it interesting for you. That is
We're going to try.
We're going to try to discover things. And here again, it's things we've never seen, so it's interesting to us.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to leave with this tagline that we always use. We're not camping.
We're living.
Y'all take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.